Hello everyone. I still have my wee bit of a noisy exhaust here, but you should be able to hear me. Recently, I've changed my interior seats to the VRS sports seats, and it was a pretty straight up swap because there's no airbags in these seats. So it was a matter of taking some bolts out and just swapping them over, because they basically come from the same shell of a car. Do you know? When it comes to cars, basically it's a big metal egg. Like, this brand has a number of different names. You've got the Skoda Blue Line, different types, and basically the differences is very, very minimal when it comes to specs and stuff. You may have some fancy names which sort of different colour interior and different cloth in the seats and stuff. This is the sports seat, and thanks to Edward for the seats. I have done a couple of 100 miles in these seats now, and I find them pretty comfortable, you know. It has stopped raining now, but it has been pissing rain all day, and I've been out all day waiting for it to stop. I've driven around different places, and it just didn't stop all day, so I didn't get to film anything, which is a bit of a shame. But certainly that ache in the bottom of my back is gone. The seats, they've got a little bit more cushion to them and a little bit more lumbar support and side support. There is great bolsters on these seats that keep you planted in the seat, do you know, which you would get it with a lot of sports models. The seats that I took out were, in comparison to these seats, were sort of flat and a lot narrower, do you know. So I'm picking up less noise on the road, I'm picking up less vibration, and it's just a completely different place to be. But yesterday I was in Buncrana, which is a town not too far away from where I am situated, and I seen a lot of car stickers in relation to what has been going on in Donegal for a while. Now, we had touched on it a number of years ago when we went to a housing estate that only one or two of the houses were bought, the rest of them were just left abandoned, and the walls were cracking. That is something to do with something called Mica, which disintegrates concrete, basically. I've seen videos online. Where the concrete blocks that build the houses were coming apart like wheat biscuits, you know. Absolutely crazy. But what has happened is, when the boom times came here, a lot of houses were built. You know, it was a big boost in the amount of properties being built and stuff. But in along with the mix was some infected concrete blocks, and after the houses were built, the houses cracked. I'll leave a link in the description. It's heartbreaking to see some of these. You know, I mean, like, hopefully the government will step in and these people will get, you know, will get compensated in some way. You know, I haven't followed the story in a while, but I did see some of the videos on Facebook and on YouTube. If I see some of the videos, I will link them in the description. Apparently there's possibly, I think, a protest on Friday. There's been advertisements for people to go to Dublin on Friday in relation to this. So I hope that these people that are being affected are going to get compensated, because at the end of the day, you're talking about houses here, the biggest investment that you will make personally, you know. There was word that some of it leaked into Derry and Tyrone, but hopefully that gets sorted out, because, you know, we misunderstood it at the time. We thought that they were just not built properly. The video that me and Rachel done, there was cracks in the gables of the houses and stuff, and cracks on the walls. I mean, like, some of these cracks were between 1 inch and 2 inches wide, and there had been 1 or 2 people living on that estate, and God help them, because they bought a bad house, you know. And as it says, at the time we thought it was just poor workmanship. Turns out it's this mica that's in the concrete blocks that's been causing the problems. So, you know, that's not good. Yeah, we've had rain for the last week. It's been terrible. I'm able to get out more, but I can't do an awful lot when it's raining so much. You know, it's just. But it can't rain forever, you know. But certainly this upgrade in seats is pretty good. I might do a video sometime in the future on making an ordinary car a luxury car, because I've bought some items and I'll go through the whole thing. And as I was trying to say when I was saying that cars are basically an egg, it's a shell, when it comes to this particular car and many others, I've modified other cars in the past from a run-of-the-mill low-spec car to a higher-spec car with OEM parts, which you can pick up in a scrapyard. You know, you get the bits and pieces from a higher-spec car that's been crashed, like the seats, the interior, a couple of added extras, and usually. And I've done it with Micras before, way back years ago. the space is left for that product, for that feature, but because it's low spec, it's left out. And very often you'll have blank holes, blank spaces on the dash for switches, which I have loads of them here because this originally was a low spec. So you don't have to do drilling and stuff. You very often get, for instance, the seats. I bolted out the old seats, I bolted in the new seats. There was no messing about. Although, when people previously been working on cars, sometimes they mess up the bolts by using the wrong tools and round the bolts. In this case, there were star bolts. They were kind of M10 kind of star socket, and some of them were sort of rounded, and there was some swearing involved in taking them out. But if you have a higher spec car with airbags, you need to disconnect the battery, because you do not want to have an airbag go off while you are trying to take out the seats. And then there is a wire underneath the seats where you take out you unplug the wire. You can unplug the wire to remove the seat, but there's no airbags in this seats in this car, so it was just a matter of swapping them out. In the case of the back, I didn't have to use bolts at all. They just clipped in. They clip out and they clip in. They're designed to be easily removed if you wanted to use the back as a van to put extra stuff in. So you don't have to take out a screwdriver or a spanner to take out the seats completely, even though they do fold down flat, but they can be removed by hand and put back in by hand. So that was the easy part. It was 1 or 2 bolts in each one of these seats that hampered my first attempt, and I ran out of energy. I got pains and stuff, but I had a second attempt at it, and I wasn't going to just give up. I did the first time. I said, "Back it, I'll do it some other time." And it wasn't a great day. I just happened to be very, very lucky that I got a break between the rain to get the seats in, although I got caught up with the last seat, and the last seat was the driver's seat. And all of a sudden there was a shower. The seat was outside the car. It got kind of wet. It took a couple of hours of driving around with the heaters on to dry off the seat, but everything went okay. You know? So, yeah. Everything is going sort of okay, sort of thing. You know? But, yeah, that's basically it. But certainly look in the description. I'll put some links to this Mica controversy. I have to look into it an awful lot more and understand. I understand it's some sort of chemical that's in the concrete that it disintegrates the chemical compound that makes up the concrete block. I'm sort of on the line, I'm just about. I don't know if you can see my creepy doll. I haven't taken it upstairs, and it's been in the boot, it's been in the back, and I just seat belted into the back, you know. I don't know. I took it on an investigation one day because it's got baby clothes with pockets and stuff like that. You can put REM pods into the close of the door, and we were using that as a trigger object. But yeah, I can't see it in the mirror. I hope. Yeah, I don't want to see that face in the mirror when I'm looking back, because it might catch me off guard. But yeah, yeah, I am hopefully going live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. For Ghosts and Coffee, which is long overdue. So hopefully we'll have Julie and Jackie. If yeah, I forgot to set it open time, so hopefully we will get that up and running, sorted out for tomorrow morning, and hopefully I'll wake up in time, sort of thing. But certainly from last week I was on Jackie's. I joined Jackie on Jackie's stream. We had a great chat. It lifted me up, you know what I mean? It with the challenges and the stress I was going through, it sort of cheered me up, you know. And we had great conversation. We had a laugh, and yeah, it was pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to sit down after the rest of the evening and possibly look at more car videos, which I have been doing for a while. I haven't seen a paranormal investigation in such a long time. But yeah, I have another life outside of the paranormal, and that interest is cars. My health has hampered that interest, sort of thing, in that I can't do the things that I want to do sometimes, you know. But yeah, I still have that interest from way back, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Hopefully see you tomorrow morning, and if you see this video, please smash a like on it so I don't get fired. Thank you.